The University of Utah is no stranger to dangerous evening and nighttime dangerous activity, and many students are well aware. According to the University Department of Public Safety's Campus Safety Survey of Fall 2021, many of the responses to the survey could be summed up into three main desires from students: feeling comfortable and protected, no fear of threats or harm to physical safety or property, and security modes of infrastructure.
Like you said, with the lights, I think the campus can be a little brighter because, kind of like you pointed out, there's so many areas that are like pitch black and these lights only like brighten just one spot. But like if you look like in that direction, like by the trees or even like right here, it's really dark.
What we've noticed about the area around the Frederick Albert Sutton building is a lack of consistent lighting. Due to inconsistent lighting, it's hard to see people from half a mile away. You cannot see their face until they come within 7 feet of you. There's too much contrast walking through this area of campus.
So if you want to come more a little towards the light, so you can see it's completely glares from the lights, and I'm barely seeing them, so.
The Campus Safety Survey of Fall 2021 had determined respondents felt unsafe on campus in poorly lit areas, especially parking lots, parking structures, and some walkways. There are still paths between buildings and parking lots that are not well lit. Consider motion-activated lights to cut down on lighting pollution but maintain safety. This makes the walk across campus frightening for many people, especially young women.
The Frederick Albert Sutton building, located next to 100 South, is home to the geology department and other science-based courses. It contains a beautiful patio which students use to meet with classmates and friends. Unfortunately, the patio is inadequately lit and almost completely dark at night. This is mainly due to the uneven distribution of light nearby as well as large rocks that obstruct the path of light.
I don't go out that way at night.
Okay.
I go out the backside at night, but the problems are still there. The building is built with an emphasis on the environment, and so we do have these big structures that block the light.
The patio's horizontal illuminance averaged to 6.20 lux. Meanwhile, the vertical illuminance averaged to 7.06 lux. Both the horizontal and vertical illuminance are close to equal amount of light being covered in both directions. Even though the luminous light direction seems to equally cover the patio, does not mean it's the ideal light exposure. For outdoor patios, it is recommended to have between 20 to 50 lux to allow people to use the space efficiently.
I get blinded from the cars over there, and it's a little funny to me because I have to walk past this incredibly dark patio just to be blinded from a car that's much further away. They have too much lighting in the wrong spots and too little lighting for places that need it. If you're going to have light, why not utilize it in better ways that can actually help?
To compare the difference of light exposure, we also measured the walkway's illuminance and averaged to 47.50 lux, which is in the range of the recommended light exposure. Our results provide us with a solution on how we can relocate and replace the existing light posts to create a better lighting layout and allow students to use the outdoor patio in a safe manner.
Certainly, to have a bigger footprint of the light. There is when you walk between a spot of light through the dark and to another spot of light, and so the things that are frightening are the places where people can hide outside of that pattern, outside of that spot, and so those spots are very they have a very small diameter, radius, circumference. And I would feel a lot more comfortable if it were more bright walking from the building, out of this building to anywhere else.
Students report a desire to have more light in general to feel safer on campus at night. While this does make sense, Salt Lake City already has a much larger problem of light pollution, contributing to many issues but especially poses many problems with the South Physics Observatory on campus. With this understanding, we asked ourselves how we could distribute already existing light in such a way that would prevent additional light trespass and pollution on campus.
Here we have a visual display of the existing lighting layout. Highlighted in black are areas where the light distribution is poorly lit and not adequate enough for students to feel safe. As you can see, at the entrance of the FAS building, there are two lights that overlap, creating an inefficient use of light. The excess light limits visibility past the light boundaries and creates a sense of unease and lack of safety. We do not want to increase the presence of light in our site, but rather relocate and replace light fixtures to a more beneficial area that spreads light evenly. The walkway around the FASB patio area is almost too bright, and we found that moving one of the light posts closer to the patio illuminates the area. Here we have a visual display of the proposed lighting layout. By flipping the layout of the lights in front of the W building, we can better achieve a more uniform light distribution. We also propose updating the lampposts to ones that meet the current requirements for the International Dark Sky Association. The existing lights are currently at a color temperature of 3600 Kelvin. This is above the requirement of the IDA, which is 3000 Kelvin.
We believe that while campus safety is an issue, we must acknowledge that light pollution is a continuously growing problem for not just the University of Utah campus, but Salt Lake as well. Our research and analysis shows us that we can limit or even decrease the amount of light pollution present, while contributing to students feeling safer on a certain part of campus. We believe that while we have proposed a solution for only one part of campus, this analysis could possibly be applied to other parts as well.